It's been over 65 years since Guam was liberated from Japanese forces, and World War II survivor Bert Umpinko is disappointed the War Reparations Act didn't make it in the final version of the Defense Authorization Measure. Popularly known as Mr. Tourism, Umpinko was hoping the act could pass because he felt it was a way to provide closure to those who suffered and survived the war. The 76-year-old says it's time the U.S. take care of things close to Guam's heart.
It's not fair. I mean, they're not helping Guam at all. In fact, we are like foreigners to them. But what I want is for them to understand that there's feelings that still lingers on that could easily be closed out if this war reparation is paid.
However, former Congressman Dr. Robert Underwood says the war reparations bill is still very close to being passed. He congratulates Congresswoman Madeline Bordalio on her efforts to bring the legislation this far in Congress and feels she made the right choice in not settling for Senator Carl Levin and Senator John McCain's offer.
I think she made the wise choice, which is we'll give it a year's time and we'll see if we can convince those who are objecting to including the heirs. And so there are some people in the Senate who are objecting to that. And we should find out who those people are and talk to them a little bit, and then hopefully it will be a complete bill and not just only the actual survivors that reaches a final passage next year.
In the meantime, Umpinko suggests going back to the Japanese government and instead of officials giving billions of dollars to the U.S. for the Guam buildup, he says they should use some of that money to pay off war reparations. While he says several movements are already underway on that issue, he can't help but feel leaving war claims out will only strain the relationship between Guam and the military.
The impression I get is that we are not important to them. And I just think that if we are going to continue the build-up of the good relationship between Guam and the military, Guam and Japan, and miscellaneous other things, we need to address the problem that's basic to us, our remembrance of the atrocities of the war.